Hello and welcome back to another learning video. Today's video is titled Procedural Writing. Now, this type of writing that I'm presenting today to you is just for our beginner writers. It'll be very explicit and easy to get our beginner writers to start writing a procedural story. So if this is the type of writing that you are looking for, then I need you to keep watching. As always, I like to start off with an objective so that we are very clear as to what we are going to be doing today. So today's learning objective is I can write a procedural text. Now, I like my writers to repeat after me and say our learning objective. So let's try that. I can write a procedural text. That way they know exactly what is expected of them today. So make sure you get your paper and your pencil and turn on your brains and let's get started. All right, I always have steps so that way we can figure out what we need to do first and then next and then after that and then last. So step number 1 is to brainstorm ideas. Now, with all good writers always start off with brainstorming. So let's go ahead and brainstorm some ideas of what we can write about. I already have some ideas here for you, just in case you don't know what to write about. So I have how to build a snowman. If you've never built a snowman before, then maybe this is probably not a good idea for you. But let's see some other ideas that we can write about. I have how to make a bowl of cereal. You could probably do that. I also have how to brush your teeth. Everybody brushes their teeth, but there are certain steps in order to brush your teeth. All we have to do is write those steps down, and you could teach someone how to brush your teeth. I have how to ride a bike. Now, if you know how to ride a bike, you could probably teach someone how to ride a bike by writing your steps down. But if you don't know how to ride a bike, then you probably don't want to use this one. How to eat an Oreo. I'm sure everybody's either eaten an Oreo or a cookie, but an Oreo is special. So you could write down the steps of how to eat an Oreo, since a lot of people eat Oreos a different way. How to build a tower of blocks. You could do that. You could teach someone how to build a tower using blocks. And you can also teach someone how to do a cartwheel. If you know how to do a cartwheel, you could teach someone how to do one. Now, these are just some ideas of how to write so that we can write a procedural text. But you don't have to use these. You can think of any on your own. All right, step 2 is to make a plan. We have to make a plan, especially for our how-to story. We have to make a plan. So I have some planning pages in order to put your brainstorming ideas down. So I have some of these in my newly TPT store that you can check out. I'll have the link down below in my description box. I have some pages where you can draw your ideas down, or I also have some pages that you can write your ideas down. I even have some pages where you can already have some ideas of where you need to put them so you can categorize them for yourself. And what is good about this is that once you have these brainstorming ideas down on paper, then you don't have to think about it anymore. You already have that written down. So what I would do with my newly beginner writers is I would have them just on day one brainstorm some ideas and go ahead and draw the pictures or have them write out the ideas down on paper or copy them. That way you can already have it written down and you don't have to keep thinking about it every time you're going to write a procedural writing story. So that way you can refer back to it. Step 3 is to draw pictures. So you can draw pictures to go with your story. I would draw pictures first. That way you can have your ideas down on paper, and then when you're getting ready to write, then you already have an idea of what to write about. Here are your pages. I would have them all out, and you would start with your first page is to draw a picture. So now my story is going to be about how to make s'mores. So in my first paper, I would have my crackers. So you would draw crackers. And then the next one, I would have a marshmallow. And then my last page, I would have my chocolate. Now I would make it super easy for my beginner writers, and I would just do one part of it on each page. You don't want to get them overwhelmed, and I would just make it really super easy so each page gets one part of your story. Step 4 is to write the steps. So with our story, we are going to need our transitional words. So on that first page, I would say, first, get the cracker. And then our next page is going to have next. Next, get the marshmallow. You need to make it super easy and simple for them so that they're not overwhelmed into writing this book. Then you're going to tell them, then get the chocolate. Very easy, very simple directions so that they can write their story. And then they can write, last, you eat it. You can make it super simple like that. Or you could say, last, put it all together, and then they can eat it. Step 5 is to publish. You are done with your story and now you are ready to publish it so somebody else can read it. So you are going to put all your pages together. Now don't forget, I already have these for you in my TPT store, so all you have to do is print it out for your beginner writers. So you would have all your pages set out and you would staple them all together, and then I would always put a title page for them and then staple it all together, and then they can share their story with everybody, or you can even put it in your library station so that somebody else can read their story. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you stopped by, and I hope this had helped you with your beginner writers into writing a procedural text. Bye.